Yum, guys. It's pertaining to Rose. Miss Kathy. She was taking care of the horses. And Jumpin' Jewel Beans. What you doing today, Jumpin' Jewel Beans?
I am making potato soup with ham and cauliflower.
Broccoli.
What did it say?
Cauliflower.
Oh, and broccoli. And there's some celery in here, some shredded carrots.
Onions.
Onions. The only thing I have left to put in here yet is hard-boiled eggs. Everything else I've already put in here. We're making a huge pot of it so that we can can it.
And you put in cremation milk?
Carnation evaporated milk. I put in half a stick of butter. I know that cholesterol. I don't care. I'm from the old school. I want it to taste good. I'll worry about the cholesterol on another thing. Like, tomorrow I won't have any cholesterol. I lie. I'll have less cholesterol tomorrow. There, that's better. That's pretty truthful. I will make an effort to have less cholesterol. But we've gotten, we want to make a big cayenne because we want to can a bunch of it and put it in the cupboard so that we always have a home cooked meal. And I've been looking at, I went to the grocery store and I wanted to get a gallon of milk and it was almost $7. Well, when I picked myself up off the floor, which Rose hates it when I do that, but every time I fall on the floor, I mean, $7 for a gallon of milk? Oh, my Lord. That's ridiculous. And I'm not, I won't eat canned soup. I'm ignorant. I admit it. I'm not eating canned soup. I like soup. I love soup. But if it's not homemade, people hand me canned soup and I'm a snob. I'm a snob. I want it homemade. So I was thinking I wanted to make bread bowls and fill them with soup. And I was thinking this potato soup would be great in a bread bowl.
That would be awesome.
So one day here soon, I'm going to go online and get a recipe for the bread bowls. And I'm going to make bread bowls, and then we'll fill it with one of the soups. By then, we'll also have ham and green bean soup and ham and bean soup. And we already have...
This will be a series of soups that we're going to be canning.
Yeah.
And we have so much ham right now. We have no space in our freezer, so we have to can it. So this will work out better for us too.
Yeah, and we might as well
these are some
make
huge
it
hams.
Actually into a meal.
Yeah.
Rather than just canning the ham and then going, oh, well, we got canned ham, but now we're going to have to cook the rest of the meal. This way we can grab it and dump it in a saucepan. We're done. Because we are hoping to have a large garden this spring.
Absolutely.
So if we're going to get into gardening and stuff, I know personally I don't have as much energy as I used to have. So after spending a few hours in a garden, I'm not going to cook. But if I can grab it out of the cupboard and just...
And when we work on our store too.
Yeah, we're going to open a small store.
Look at all that ham. Let me show. That's
all
all ham in there.
Where are the eggs?
They're right here. We already did one ham that we processed and cut down. And this is the second ham. It took time cooking over 2 days. Now she's going to cut up these eggs and add to the potato soup. And it's going to be so good.
Yeah, I absolutely love potato soup. It's one of my favorites. And actually, the last time I made it, somebody was saying, oh, you need to make it really thick. And I was thinking, oh, I do like it pretty thick. So they said to me, well, thicken it up with mashed potatoes. And I thought, what? So I had some instant mashed potatoes And sure enough, I dumped some of them instant mashed potatoes in it. And it was really, really thick
Yeah,
then.
we always did that.
And it was so good. Yeah. And I really blew my diet badly for days because I'd wake up in the morning and that's what I would have for breakfast. Because it was so good.
Almost like that sausage gravy. We couldn't stop eating it.
Yeah. See, but fortunately the sausage gravy was on my diet, so I could eat as much of that as I wanted.
Right.
Because it had the meat in it, and then it had the sausage, which is meat, protein, and everything was good except if I put it on biscuits, which I did.
Good about it's all farm raised meat.
Yeah, and we know where all this food comes from.
Yep.
Which even
Raised our own pig.
yeah, so we know that this is good meat. We know that this is good food.
The eggs are
The eggs came from the Amish, yeah.
Yeah,
We
eggs.
also get them from Kathy over here.
Yep.
She has
Farm
lots of
fresh.
birds, yep.
So yeah, everything's farm fresh. I used to have chickens. I used to always have chickens. But I'll be honest, I'm not able to get outside in this weather. I mean, I think it's 0 today. And I am not capable of going outside in that kind of weather anymore. I have some pretty severe arthritis and it locks me up. So, oh my.
That looks
That
so
looks
good.
so good.
I know, I'm ready for a
I'm
bowl.
like, oh my.
Just gotta wait for that broccoli to cook down and yum.
And a couple more eggs.
Yeah, we love the hard-boiled eggs in them.
And
We
they're so good
we
for you.
pre-prepped everything.
Yeah.
So, except for the potatoes we did this morning, we didn't want them, going brown overnight.
Right.
But everything else was pre-prepped and cut up and ready to go.
And we did do 10 pounds of potatoes.
Yeah, we did.
So this is
two
a
nice
rather
sized bags.
large batch of potato soup. So because we started out with 10 pounds of potatoes, just
Mm-hmm.
the potatoes was 10 pounds. Then we added the onions, the celery, the ham, the broccoli,
not shredded,
Shredded
carrot,
carrots.
but grated carrots.
grated carrots. We've just added eggs. We've added
Cremation milk.
carnation.
Carnation, yeah.
Carnation
I keep saying
evaporated milk.
cremation.
We added butter. So it's a
I'm not
hearty,
trying to
hearty,
be
hearty
funny.
stew. Charlie's like, I am coming in to see what yins are doing. We have company today, and the little doggy, he doesn't know the rule about not being in the kitchen, so he keeps popping in to see what we're up to.
See if anything falls on the floor.
Yeah, he says, I know that old lady. She's shaky. She'll drop stuff.
Oh yeah.
Can you hold this? Keep it this way.
Keep it this way.
Yep.
Okay,
got
and
it.
so now we got a couple leftover eggs. I like to keep them in the refrigerator because these are my snacks.
Ah!
I used to have
What are you doing?
Somebody was in the kitchen.
Sorry.
I used to eat a lot of chocolate and pastries and stuff as snacks. Now I try to stick to things like hard-boiled eggs for snacks and things such as that because it's healthier for me and it helps me to lose weight. So, because if I'm going to live to be 100, I'm going to need to do that. Ooh. It is thickening up very nicely. There we go. We'll let that cook a little while longer, and then we will, then we'll start canning it, and we'll start the ham and green beans. And we'll make a big pot, probably the same size pot of ham and green beans. That's one of my husband's favorites. I'm not a bean eater really, but sometimes I look at it and I'll be like, oh, that looks good enough to eat. So then I will eat some of it. I especially enjoy the broth. Okay, we'll be back with you here in a moment.